everybody, Kathy here. I wanted to talk to you today about a couple of things that you might not realize regarding information that you should be aware of when you find out you're newly pregnant. The two things I want to talk to you quickly about are obstetric history and what to eat. So two quite different things, but anyway, I thought you'd find this useful. So firstly, when you do find out that you are pregnant, especially for the very first time, and you're going to be talking to your midwife or obstetrician, it's really important that you explain to them, or you find out your family history obstetrically and from neonates perspective. I've got myself a little list because I don't want to forget anything, but basically the things that is really good for your caregiver to know about is whether you've got history in your family of premature births, preeclampsia, gestational diabetes, and then particularly any anatomical or genetic abnormalities that any babies were born with, because some of those are familial, some of them can sort of be common in a family, particularly things like hip dysplasia, where the baby's born with unstable hips. So any of that, do make sure you know them, because particularly things like, say, preeclampsia, if you've got a really strong family history of that, then your obstetrician or midwife might decide that it's a really good idea that you're on some low-dose aspirin and maybe some calcium at the beginning of your pregnancy before your placenta implants. We know that that can help reduce it. So just make sure you know your family history. And then the other thing that I wanted to just quickly explain is some of the misnomers about eating and what you can and can't eat. Okay, so the main thing that you're trying to do when you're pregnant is not get food poisoning. That's kind of it. So when people say to you, oh, you shouldn't eat shellfish, and you shouldn't eat brie cheese, and you shouldn't eat ham, and all of this, what's it all about? It's food poisoning. That's basically what you're doing. You are wanting to avoid that on all counts, because food poisoning when you're pregnant can have horrific, devastating outcomes. So that's what you're trying to avoid. So it means it's not that you can't eat sushi, it's that you can't eat sushi that's been sitting around, for hours on a shelf under lights. And you definitely can't eat raw fish, like raw salmon. But you can make sushi at home with beautifully cooked fish that's fresh and, vegetables. And, that's fine. So that's what we're talking about, all right, is that you want to avoid food poisoning. So that's the two things that I wanted to mention today. Now I'm going to be going into more detail on both of these in my full broadcast, which is in the part of my membership of the Inner Circle Motherwise Masterclass. So I'll put the link up here on how you can join that if you want. And we would love to touch base with you, because there's more information I want to talk about. I'm going to particularly talk about urinary tract infections in pregnancy, chorionic villus sampling, amniocentesis, and so a few other bits and pieces that I'd like to cover off for you. But anyway, I wish you all a wonderful rest of your week and hope this was of use. And don't forget to go to my website, because there's loads of free stuff there as well. All right, love you. Catch you later. Bye.